So here is a drawing of a 3D shape. Okay, so this looks like sort of like a trapezium, doesn't it? Yeah, or trapezoid, or prism-based trapezium, something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Now, complete the table. So how many faces does it have? Well, I do it like this. I always count the top half, the bases. So we've got one face here and one face in the ground, and then we have, of course, 4 other faces around it, like here, 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 and here. So that's 6 faces. Okay, now how many vertices? So vertices, or the vertex, are the corners. So we need to count how many corners we have. So I'm going to use a little X to symbolize. So on the top, we know it's kind of like a square, so it's going to be, or 4-sided shape, so it'll be 4 vertices here. And on the ground, we got another 4, because it's again another square or rectangle. So that actually makes a total of 8. Now the last one is the edges. Now this one is always annoying because I always try counting and sometimes it's easy to make a mistake. Now if you think about the vertices, let's connect the vertices. So edges are the corners. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we know it's 4-sided. Again, it'll be another 4 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So far we got 4 here and 4 there. Now you should also consider the lines going downwards. So let me change the color. We also got this one, so there's another vertex edge here, another edge here, and of course going down to the base. So this one is also 4. So altogether, we have 4 plus 4 plus 4, which is 12. That's it. That's pretty much everything done. Okay guys, number 12. Here we go. So here is the shape on the grid. So here's the shape. Now this shape is translated so that this point A here moves to a position of 7, 8. So an x coordinate of 7 and a y coordinate 8. It's always in this order, x first and y second. Okay, so before we do it, let's find 7, 8. So 7, 8 means that we move 7 across here, so around here, and then move 8 upwards. So 8 is up here. So here's 7 across, 8 up. Okay, perfect. Now, what do? So draw the shape in its new position. Okay, so if point A moves there, that means we just have to move this shape across until it appears there. So here is the new A. Okay, so if we just recreate the shape, actually it's quite easy. We can see that there's a length of 2 to the left hand side, so we can move 2 across here. Remember, use a ruler, and then go all the way down. So we can see that the height is from 5 to 0, so that's a total height of 5 squares. So we need to go 5 squares down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in other words, from 8 to 3. And then do the same on the other side because it's parallel. It's also going 5 down. And we can see here that it goes up by 2 diagonally. So in the middle, between these two is 2 diagonally. So somewhere here. That's it. Oops. Yeah, that's it. Just make sure you use a ruler so it looks neat. I'm just doing it freehand just so we can do it quickly, yeah? And just label this 7, 8. Okay, perfect. Now let's move on. All right, 13. Circle the improper fraction that is equivalent to 6 and 7/8. Oof. So what we should do is just firstly just convert this to an improper fraction ourselves. To do this, there's a nice trick. All I always do is I always multiply these two numbers, so 6 times 8. And this should give us 48, and then you just add this number to the top half, 7. So 48 plus 7 will give us 55, and it's all over 8. So yep, it's this one. All right, that was very easy. 14. Write these fractions in order. Okay, in order of size, starting with the smallest. Now, when you look at fractions which don't have the same denominator, in other words, the same bottom half, you have to make sure that all the numbers are the same on the bottom. Now, if we look at this carefully, we got 5 and 5, so these two are okay. So clearly 3/5 is smaller than 6/5. Now we need to also talk about 3/4. Well, if you look at the 5s and 4s, we can see that they both have a lowest common multiple of 20. And the trick here is to realize that if you can't find a number that they both go into, just multiply them against each other. So what I'll do is multiply this entire fraction by 5 and multiply both of these ones by 4. Doing so, this will give us a fraction over 20, and this is also over 20. So this means that now 6 over 5, we multiply that by 4, you're going to get 24 over 20. 3/5 multiply them 4 up and down, you get 12 over 20. And multiplying 3/4 by 5 up and down, you should get 15 over 20. That's it. Now we just look at the numbers. Since they're all over 20, it's now super easy to compare. So let's have a look. So that means 12 is obviously the smallest, so this means 3/5 is the smallest. And that means the next smallest is 15/20, which is 3/4, and then of course 6/5 must go here. Easy. Okay, 15. Now a box contains trays of melons. Oof. I mean, I'm recording this in summer, so I'm actually craving the melon right now. There are 15 melons in a tray, and there are 3 trays in a box. Okay, check this out. So 15 times 3, so altogether there should be 45 melons altogether. Okay. A supermarket sells 40 boxes of melons. Now, a box has 45 basically. How many melons does a supermarket sell? So just 40 times 45. So what I would do, nice trick, is just times it by 4 first. So 45 times 4. To times something by 4, just double it twice. So double 45 is 90, double 90 is 180, and the stick a 0 in because it's 40, so it's 1,800. So quick recap, 45 times 40.